Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another stadium game. I'm playing Torbjorn this game. This game's interesting, really interesting, because of the boost mechanic in Overwatch Stadium. Now, for those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, boost in Overwatch Stadium just means that if one team falls too far behind on cash, it boosts their cash generation. And that allows a team to kind of catch up a bit in cash. It's an inherently unfair mechanic because you'll see in this game, it shouldn't work like this. Just in my opinion, there needs to be more criteria as to how the boost actually works in the game. But we'll get into a few of the later rounds before we truly get into that one. So starting off round one, we are up against an Orisa. I do want to go the turret build. I feel like it's going to help against the Tracer. I tend to find it is Torbjorn's best build. At least it's super consistent because you're just applying debuffs to everybody. But I picked Weapon Power and I picked Frenzy Amplifier. Torbjorn's got enough life. You don't really need to get something like Armored Vest or First Aid Kit or anything. Frenzy Amplifier can just mean a bit of snowball. You get quite a few eliminations, sometimes based on your turrets. But I also picked Weapon Power stuff just because we're going to be shooting Orisa a lot. Considering we've got a Doomfist, I can't see the Doom wanting to stand in front of the Orisa too much. So we're going to try and do that as we get hit by a spear. Bit annoying. You see what I mean? You get less cash when you're shooting at a tank, but you can reliably hit them quite well. As Genji does get the credit for the kill, but you know, we still get the cash. Enemy team pushing forward though. Any spawns will come in close to our side. So that's going to just mean we should be able to win this fight and start making progress. Genji cleaning up a couple of players already. So Orisa went for the deflect one, which is another reason to not go for like a weapon power based Tor build, because if we pick that, that deflects on Javelin Spin is so annoying. Like your Torbjorn shots hurt a lot, and then Orisa just out of nowhere deflects every time that you use Overload. You get really frustrating. So just quick run through the lineups. It is enemy team running Orisa, Tracer, Ashe, Zenyatta, and Moira. We are running Doomfist, me on Torbjorn. We've got a Genji, a Mercy, and an Ana. And yeah, we're basically going the turret build. It takes a little while to go online, but I do find that it works quite well. Shooting the Orisa, somebody's got to do it. And yeah, as mentioned before, cash generation. Oh, she's pushing us though. She's got no health. We just need to hit a couple of shots. The Coalescence though, saving the Orisa. You see, we've got 3k damage already. It will help a lot with the cash. Also putting pressure on her. Doomfist's trying his best there, but does get taken down. Enemy team going to be pushing forward. I'm trying to get a turret up on that ledge. I mean, Ashe is kind of killing it, but it does mean that the Ashe doesn't shoot us. Orisa deflecting a little bit of our Molten Core there. It's going to happen unless you wait, basically, for them to use that before you use it. And Genji again with some more kills. We're already on 3 deaths, which is... It does mean that we're suffering with cash. I feel like we're not getting the heals, considering we're standing in front of the tank. But, you know, as a DPS player, you have to blame the healers. Even though I do think there's merit to it. Like, nah. Fine, 4 deaths. Not the best start to the game, by any means. Half of our health just disappeared. That's got to be a weapon power Ashe, right? Like the long range shots, Calamity. Yeah, the Orisa's proving to be a bit of a problem. We're going to go to the objective because I don't want the enemy team to get too much progress here. Zen, very low. If we hit like one more shot at the time that he got stunned, he might not have been able to get the Transcendence off. Of course, it doesn't actually matter because we'd still have to push the objective and then he'd get Transcendence the next life over near their spawn. So either way, it doesn't change too much. Mercy doing a good job healing. Someone's got to touch the bot. Doomfist just about getting there in time. We've got to overload out of spawn just so that we can get there and help. Turret on the floor this time. Get close in here. Our Mercy was also taking that job. We didn't really need to do it. Another death already. We're up to 6 deaths in round 1. That is not ideal. It's not even about, you know, feeding the enemy team cash or anything. It's just this downtime, the inactivity is, yeah, really bad for our cash generation. I've got to blindly go over towards the objective again, just because I'm not sure. I thought she was going to deflect, which is why I went for the hammer. Can I get a kill on the Tracer? Okay, we do get one, and on the Orisa, Molten Core there as well. There was a bounty, I think, involved with that one as well, so that should help. Avoid the little dynamite. Yeah, we got a lot of pushing to do here. We've got to get it past the checkpoint, which is going to, yeah, pause the bot for a little while. The Ashe is proving to be reasonably accurate as well, which is a bit frustrating. We want to put any pressure we can on them, but yeah, it looks like we are the ones standing in front of the Orisa for quite a lot of it. And I think that is right, by the way. Like, and it's we need to be on Torb. We're tanky enough. Who else on our team is going to do it? Doomfist has got to be a bit more mobile. Chain Grasp, heal me. They're healing the Doomfist. The frustration heal spams. Fine. So we had 7k damage there. We don't get MVP. Genji gets that one. Deserved, by the way. This Genji plays insane this match. And okay, Orisa on 19k cash and Genji on 18k. That's gonna make things a bit more tricky. If Orisa gets too tanky, I mean, Doomfist can't deal with it, and we're not really on a weapon power build. Debuffs aren't gonna do much if all they're doing is tiggling her. So here we've got a few options with a build. I think Lindholm Launcher is probably a good idea. Electrolytes. I can't get Skyline Nanites, which by the way is the new and in my opinion best addition to the Torb turret build, if they've got flyers on their team. Cash generation reasons again. So what's going to happen there is the extra damage over time that you get, even though your turrets are dealing like 13, 14 damage like a shot at this point, and then applying ability damage, like a percentage of that over time is going to mean like 1, 2, or 3 damage, right? Over 3 seconds or 2 seconds, I can't remember the number. So you're basically doing no extra damage with Skyline Nanites, or nothing meaningful. But the key part is that you get a tick on them. Now later on, that means that you're going to reapply the debuffs. So Cyber Venom's 3 seconds, so you're going to apply Cyber Venom for like 5 or 6 seconds instead of just the 3 on anyone who's flying or jumps up in the air. But at this point, we haven't got Cyber Venom. It's really good just for getting assists, because if anybody like jumps up in the air or something, then yeah, you'll get assists on them. Unfortunately though, players aren't really going to be in the air too much here, so I think I ended up going for Energized Bracers for some ability lifesteal. Custom stock would generally be better, but I was frustrated with the lack of healing, so rather than sit there and complain to the supports over and over again, you know, I am a support player. Stadium has ways that we can deal with it ourselves. So a little bit of ability lifesteal might help keep me alive a bit. Like just a little bit more. It's not going to do much. Weapon lifesteal could even be better here. Orisa, Mercy is healing. You know, I'm not saying they're not healing me ever. They clearly are. As you can see, we got hard pocketed there. But obviously at the time, I'm feeling the pain. Especially when there's like a Chain Grasp Moira around. Sometimes supports don't notice. You know, they'll see who the main grasp is on, but not realise the player's dying at the back to the chain grasps. Anyway, neck and neck right now. We're launching, Lindholm launching the turrets into the back line. Had to be a bit cautious with that Molten Core there. Good spread on it though. Orisa got very low, but Transcendence does come in. Or should we say we forced Transcendence? Possibly Genji did it. We'll take credit. Just like the video. Oh, Zen at the back, getting kind of low. Our Ana's in a bit of trouble. We'll provide some peeling because our turrets are still doing stuff. And even if we can just add a little bit of pressure, like, just to, so that Tracer has to do stuff like this, right? Full run away rather than just dance around the Ana. I think it's worth it. If we were another hero, like maybe an Ashe or something, I wouldn't bother. Just because of inactivity. We would be way too inactive just trying to chase around a Tracer. And I'm sorry you'd have to deal with it yourself, but since our turrets keep up the activity, we can kind of do this. And to be honest, Ana's doing a fantastic job. Like, under that much pressure, just to survive these kind of engagements is just yeah, it's impressive. And I have played a bit of Anna, and yeah, my games don't go like that, especially not in the early rounds. You don't yet have the full-on survivability, so you got to rely on your own skill quite a lot. We know the Tracer's going to flank. We upgrade the turret. At least that's a distraction again. Little Molten Core behind just in case the Tracer ran into it. We do get killed long range by the Ashe there. I don't think healing would have really saved us there. Looks like our team cleaning up. Genji again is just absolutely destroying this game. Okay, there's a Bob here. It does stop. Is slept, but my turret's... I thought my turret might wake him up. But we can just headshot him down. Genji also helping. Recognizing that Bob could be quite annoying. That Zen, we don't want to stay in that doorway for too long here. Set up the turrets ready for the contest. Ultimately, the enemy team do need to come and contest this. Moira's taking the initiative. Just get more turrets in this section. They don't have the debuff, so it is one of those where we want to set them up here. And that's not really good here. Orisa taking down our turrets. We've got one out there still, but yeah, the damage is meaningless. They're more a distraction at this point. Enemy team taking the lead. Our turret out there is not going to do too much. Moira getting a bit low. Another turret over towards the Orisa might make her at least attack the turret and not our players. You see? It's like a tank turret. Unfortunately, though, we do get killed. Our tank is also eliminated here. Gone, Super Genji, do something. Anna gets sucked in by the Orisa ult. That's kind of brutal. Mercy did res the Doom, though. But the question is, can they keep the players alive? The enemy team's nearly got it to the end. We need someone to contest. We didn't get one coming in there, and yeah. Look at the cash, guys, up the top. We have 147.7k. They're on 131,000. They're 2-0 up. Look what you see now. 16% cash boost. The winning team is getting more cash now. Just like that shouldn't happen. There needs to be criteria on the boost function in this game. Where, for one, if your team is winning on the scoreboard, you shouldn't get a boost. You just shouldn't, because you're clearly winning the rounds. The second part should be that in the event, right, let's say, for example, the enemy team with this boost now catch up with the cash, and then they start overtaking us. Let's say halfway through the round, they get a load of bounties, they get up to the 147.7k. And then they still have the boost for the rest of the round, and they keep that boost active, right? What should happen with the boost mechanic is that if they even out the cash, the boost should just turn off. Because at that point, they've recovered. They shouldn't then be able to succeed. It's like, hang on a minute, you're rewarding them for performing poorly, or, you know, picking cash inefficient heroes like Moira. To me, it seems like it's a bit of a problem. Anyway, let's see how this actually plays out. So we're trying a long distance snipe the Ashe. We don't have fall off damage on these, so even with no weapon power, we can get dinks like that. Just hiding from the Trace for a little bit. We do have a turret for cover. Get that overhealth and also upgrade it. We can set the turrets up here. They're going to shoot in the doorway, but also cover potential respawners. We don't want them to be able to get shot from the choke point, though. So we deliberately put them in the doorways, so they shoot when they go outside, but not, yeah, not from the choke exactly. And they still cover the point. So you see, they can shoot them, but they need a very specific angle. Just going to cover that way for a second. Torb's a great, like, choke pre-spammer. Can launch a turret on that high ground as well. We want to keep some turrets active, and not all of them are going to have, like, the overhealth. You know, right now they can kill our turrets really quickly, so we do constantly want to be launching them out there. See how quickly the turrets died. So just having some sat up the top there is very useful. Trace is in the point with us. I mean, good healing from the Mercy now. Okay, got to stop attacking for that one. We don't want to kill our whole team. Ashe there. Can we get the shots? The dynamite's in on us. Turret! Okay, or Genji, or Ana even. Ana got that kill. Okay, up to 70%. It's looking good. With the res as well, thank you very much. So where are we placing these turrets? We need to get them out as soon as possible. Got Molten Core ready as well. Gonna just cover some of the doorways. At least that'll make it a little bit awkward for them to push through. Orisa's gonna try it. Does go for a deflect. Tracer eliminated. Orisa also taking damage. The Transcendence didn't arrive in time. Zen had to use it early to get the movement speed. It looks like we are gonna cap the point. What's the cash situation at? Well, we're on nearly 200k. They're on 168k. That's insane after round 3, by the way. That's actually insane. We're like 30k ahead of them. And they have a 16% boost. They now have a 30% cash boost, and they are currently winning the game. 30%. I think that's the cap, by the way. I think that's as high as it can go. What? They're 2-1 up in rounds. Why is Blizzard giving them a 30% cash boost? That's actually wild. Anyway, Cyber Venom. We've got a lot of cash. Sundering Vial. So Tracer's got Ironclad Exhaust Ports. So that is going to be a little bit of overhealth. And, you know, it will... One of the effects of Sundering Vial is that it will reduce future overhealth. So it immediately like gets rid of some, and then it applies a debuff, which means if they generate any more. So if Tracer gets shot by the turret, reduces a little bit of that overhealth, and then when they use Ironclad Exhaust Ports again, when they blink, they're not going to get as much overhealth. So I think that's kind of good. It's unfortunate they have a player keep on leaving the game. Maybe some computer issues. They do come back, spoiler alert. Just slightly late, I believe. Right. We also have armor packs, and armor packs... I really wanted Mag Mini so that I could put some pressure on the Orisa. The problem is, like, with our team, and with this Tracer floating around, right, and the Orisa's damage, armor packs are going to give us a load of sustain, but also they're going to really help our Ana out. They're going to help the Mercy out. I mean, do I just list all the players here? They're going to help the Doomfist out. They'll help the Genji. They help people out, okay. In the meantime, we're just trying to spam this long-range primary fire. And we're trying to position the turrets. We want to throw some of them to tank, but we do want turrets, like, active. Like, a position like this is going to debuff the Orisa. That's for the Tracer, that second turret here. Obviously, we want the overhealth. But we also want to put some pressure and have them tank at players at the back. So if you have a look, we're trying to make sure that we've got turrets active, and then we're trying to throw turrets into the enemy team. We're not just... We don't care for having like 3 turrets active for damage sitting at the back. No, we want players to shoot them. We want to use the overhealth from positive reinforcement. And so, yeah, you have to be a little bit brave with some of the turrets. As long as we have 1 turret up, like, most of the time, then we're going to apply a load of debuffs to the enemy team. So, ooh, okay, we just got that turret down, but Orisa's just not dying. She's so rich at this point as well. And not a full tank, but, you know, a tanky Orisa is pretty difficult if you don't have a tank yourself that's going to heads up against her. At this point, by the way, I was also considering, maybe, what if I just built Cyber Venom, Lindholm Launcher, and then I focused purely on weapon power. And I have tried that before, but actually, I feel like maybe we can solve this problem with Mag Mini later on. Just for now, we just need to survive a few of these rounds. Well, we can't lose 2, basically. Oh, headshot over onto the Ashe. We need our armor packs. We got booped by the Zen. Zen's anti, though. We missed the shots, predicting that they were going to retreat towards their choke point, but they actually just jumped off the high ground, which is unfortunate for us. Moira chain grasps on us. We need our armor packs again. God, they help out so much. Also, when you use overload to drop the armor packs, you're obviously getting a load of like overhealth and stuff as well. So you suddenly get this like massive burst of health, providing you've got your overload up. Unfortunately, we still had another 2 seconds there. And now it's up to Doomfist to somehow stay alive here. It is only the first point though. He's using his ultimate. Gonna get some armor packs out for players. Genji picking one up there. Should have another turret by the time we want to push in. Got to watch out for a pulse bomb here. Tracer sitting behind that wall. Looks like they just wanted to use pulse bomb, but maybe they've got Vanadium because I don't think I've seen a single pulse bomb yet. It would make sense as well because Tracer kind of needs all the health she can get. Ash up top. 1 dink followed by a body shot there. Hold on the Monk. Oh, she got 1 deflect, but we just need to not walk in that or put a turret in it. Probably would help. Big damage from the Orisa. Throw another panic turret out there. Great nano from the Ana. Oh, we were chasing targets at choke though. I'm sorry, Ana. I didn't want to just go for the Orisa there. I wanted to get some kills. God, her health just doesn't move to our weapon. Okay, gone Super Genji with a Mercy as well. Armor pack out there for the Ana. Can we get some shots of little dink on the Tracer? Oh, there's a Bob here as well, and an Ash. We're both terrible, although I seem to be a bit more terrible. Ah, the boop up does eliminate us. We're not expecting to win that heads up against the Ash there. And the enemy team win a round, and they have a 30% cash boost as well. Zen gets 16,500 cash. I mean, we're still in the lead. That's the shocking thing. So they're still going to get a boost. They are 3-1 up. What's the boost now? An 18% cash boost again. That's wild. Right, liquid nitrogen probably isn't needed. It's going to be a bit awkward for the money as well. So if we got actually, I mean, everything's going to be awkward for the money. That leaves 8,000 cash. Maybe not that awkward because I think we've still got a green, right? We could sell electrolytes and buy 2 4,500 items, or we could buy just, well, you know, the 4,000s as well. So we can get multi-tool and Reclaimer's Rig, and that is going to give us more cooldown reduction. One of them's on the turrets themselves, which is always good. Gives us a bit of overhealth if they're killing them as well. That's going to help against the Tracer and the Orisa, actually. And then obviously multi-tool. I hate that item in general, but just that little bit of cooldown reduction may mean more armor packs. Well, it does mean more armor packs and more turrets and therefore more debuffs. So we're going to try this out. We need to win this round, and the reason why I keep opening the armory is because I'm like, well, what if I sell those items and just buy something like Shield Buster? And, well, we can't afford talent modification module with it as well, but just more weapon power so that I can put more damage out against the Orisa and maybe dink the Ash and Tracer a bit better rather than just going for liquid nitrogen, because, I mean, Ash doesn't care about run speed. The Tracer's going to be blinking everywhere anyway. Orisa doesn't care about run speed. But the thing is, it does mean that you are applying more debuffs to them, and if they don't get round the corner, they could take a little bit more damage. So liquid nitrogen is always going to help. Like, even now, the Tracer, probably slightly less distance on the blink. It might mess them up a bit. Nice dink on the Ash should at least relieve some pressure from her over at that far choke point. And she does end up rotating, actually. Nice shot from the Ana there, finishing the Ash off. More armor packs. As long as the Ana stays kind of close to us, then I think the Tracer isn't going to be as scary. Because there's no doubt that she's built a bit tanky anyway because of the pressure that she's been under. And then you add in the armor packs, debuffs, and everything. I feel like if she just dances around near me, she'll pick up armor packs. Like a lot of them. Okay, enemy Moira here. Gonna fade out of there. Does get taken down. Yeah, our Genji's just doing work as well. Like, I'm surprised that there is this much pressure on our supports because, I mean, yeah, the Genji seems to be putting a lot of pressure on their entire team. How is the Tracer able to find the time to come and attack our Ana like constantly? Okay, the good thing is that we kind of play at similar ranges with this build as the Ana. So it's not like I'm trying to stick with her here. It's just I want to be a little bit further back playing with the turrets and then only kind of really face checking the Orisa when the objective's in play. This Tracer, where are you? I mean, this is kind of brutal with the Mercy Pocket and the turrets and the armor every single time. This has got to be frustrating for the Tracer. It's just like, can this Torb direct? They're point blank on us. Literally saw the guns in my face, and just give up. It's a lot of effort, and meanwhile the turrets that I'm throwing out are still doing work on everybody, and the armor packs are still helping out the rest of the team. It's not a good activity trade, and this is basically the fundamental behind this build. And this is why I love this build so much. Like, if you see me play Moira, you'll often realize that I start attacking the enemy backline, and even if I get killed, I go, well, look what happens here. The tanks die because the healers are busy and couldn't heal up the tank, and then that's a better trade for us. And so I really like figuring out activity trades. And this Torbjorn turret build, it just makes it... It's horrible to play against. Because if they attack the turrets, that's damage that they're not dealing to players. I'm throwing out a turret every like 4 or 5 seconds. And they're not achieving anything, right? If they ignore the turrets, they're getting mega debuffed by all of the turrets, right? And we're still attacking, so we're still a player that is remaining active in the game. So what do you even do against it? And that's why like everyone goes, pick the weapon power build or hammer build or something. It's better on Torb. I genuinely think this might be Torb's best build. I have a pretty insane win rate playing solo queue with this Torb build. And that's why you see it over and over again in the videos. Right, Iridescent Iris, I want the cooldown reduction for reasons stated earlier. It does make it really awkward with the cash though, because if we didn't take a 12k item, we'd have 10k to get like things that we could have here instead of this. By the way, we bought Sonic Recharger of all things. But this is because I'm kind of playing at the back, so I feel like I'm going to get that overhealth quite often. But think of what we could have instead of those two. We could get Phantasmic Flux and Super Flexor. We could get Lumerico Fusion Drive and either Phantasmic Flux or Super Flexor. We could get Catalytic Crystal with Super Flexor or something as well. Like, the good thing about going Phantasmic Flux and Super Flexor there is I'm going to get 20% weapon power from that. So, no, sorry. Yeah, 20% weapon power and 35% AP when I'm dealing weapon damage, basically. So the turrets don't count towards that. Oof. We heard footsteps, by the way. We're not hacking. So yeah, that 20% weapon power is going to help against stuff like this, right? Like the Tracer or the long range Ashe or the Orisa, just dealing damage. So is this the best option? Probably not. The cooldown reduction on turrets isn't that essential. Okay, let's go back peel for the Ana here. Put a turret down there. Some armor packs as well. I mean, okay. The Mag Mini probably wasn't needed. And also, you see, it worked the opposite way there. I over-peeled for the Ana, and our front line all died. So now they just get to push, right? Because you've got Tracers occupying 2 players, and I wasn't active enough. The Mag Mini should have gone towards the choke point. Yeah, I probably should have moved there after putting the armor packs down. And Ana's been surviving quite well. But yeah, it's over peeling. I am guilty of making some mistakes like that. See, this is kind of what we should be doing. Rather than just peeling for the Tracer, peeling for the Ana even on the Tracer, we should be trying to put some pressure on the rest of their team. Ashe getting a couple of nice shots on us. Oh. Yeah, okay. I don't know, I feel like I've got a bit of a duty to try and sort this Ana out, like, but we are currently losing. And here's the thing, if we lose this round, we lose the game. Enemy team is ahead. We need to just start focusing on the objective. Make sure we lock that down. Molten Core with a Mag Mini as well. Ashe is going to walk all over that. Does get taken down. Cut is stationary for now, but Orisa and Tracer are currently blocking us from making any progress. And this is a problem because when we move over to this objective, enemy team's probably going to start making progress on theirs, and we still need to clear the Tracer off. And that's going to be... Okay, at least she kind of gave up there. But look, they're moving the objective. Nobody's going to block it. At least, well, Mercy and Genji, by the looks of it, are. We're going to throw some turrets over there to try and support that. Mag Mini over onto the choke. We need to get this moving. We're probably best positioned to do that because we can duel the Tracer if they opt to push us. We can still throw turrets out to be useful for the rest of the team. Taking a lot of damage here, though, from the Ashe. We've got a couple of distraction turrets out there. Oh, Orisa's pushing Doomfist over onto the Zenyatta. Turrets over towards the objective. We need some more of those out there. Gotta get our armor packs with our Mag Mini. Let's cover the health. Over onto the choke. Or the very large archway. Molten Core, not my finest. I think most of their team were dead and not around there. We definitely should have saved that one. I will admit some of my mistakes. Gotta wait for this. Okay, Molten Core, you're standing in it. You're standing in it. It's not gonna work out well for you. Just kill that Bongo damage amper. Okay, our team's catching up. We seem to have the objectives under control. Oh, the Mag Mini, if I waited half a second, we would have seen the Zen and the Ashe, but it doesn't matter. Enemy team did not get to the objective in time. And even with their 30% boost, they're so far behind on the cash. I'm sorry, they shouldn't be. They shouldn't be earning this much. They've had like between 18 and 30% cash boost the entire game. That's crazy. I think, yeah, the Ana's obviously having a battle. But it's okay, because their Tracer is borderline useless. They're not killing the Ana quick enough. They're only useful when we make the mistakes. And that's not a bad thing about the player, by the way. The player is doing what they should be doing. It's just it's not very effective, like against us, against this comp and how our Ana's actually playing it. So it's credit to everyone involved, except me when I make mistakes on overpeel. Right, Champions kit with Iridescent Iris. Not liking it. Hard Light Accelerator. So similar to the Moira anti-sustain build, the extra cooldown reduction is just going to mean, yeah, more turrets out there, more armor packs, more Mag Minis. I don't feel like I need the additional AP. Like, sure, it's nice with Mag Mini and it's nice with the turrets, but the turrets are mostly about the debuffs. Having that cooldown reduction just means more armor packs. And I feel like that's going to be key. I'd rather have more Mag Minis than... I mean, we could have... I mean, 35% AP is a lot. And on this map, maybe Champions Kit would have been nice. But I mean, look, our turrets are at 4 seconds. Which is, yeah, kind of big. What's our overloads? Yeah, you can't really tell the cooldown with Mag Mini involved. But it's like now I can put down a couple more armor packs for the team. We just got to spam these turrets everywhere. They've got the tools to kill them quite quickly. Big dink onto the Tracer, forces the recall. She's still putting pressure on our team, but we need to make sure that we're watching the point here. Mag Mini over onto the point. Ashe putting some pressure on us. I think Zen was as well. We are forced back for a minute. Big anti from the Ana. Okay, cheeky little flank here. Mag Mini. It's not ideal. We did take the Ashe down, but Orisa finishes off. And enemy team capped 15% of the point already. Still got our Doomfist in there. The Moira, though, with Chain Grasp is going to really hurt on this Mercy. Has she got the survivability? Anna getting the kill on the Moira with a nice little headshot. We get a turret back out there. The turrets don't need to be precisely positioned here. But, yeah, we do want to put a bit of thought. Like that turret all the way at the back is going to, yeah, just attack anybody who pushes up towards the point. These ones here, kind of tanky distraction turrets. Might add Cyber Venom onto them as well. Tracer's on us, we're not too scared. Like, it's going to be a struggle. I don't think Anna's too scared at this point. We're just going to shoot them. Like, I don't want to waste time when their team's pushing in. Too many people do this whole 3-2-1. Okay, get that kill. And in the meantime, the enemy team move all through the choke. You get one kill, but they've kind of killed your tank, or it's the same distraction, right? You self-distract yourself if you spend too long with a 3-2-1. Sometimes just take the win of, okay, we got the recall out of them. We hit the wall with that turret. Molten Core. The Orisa's already low health. Her health isn't getting back up either. Tracer, though, and the Moira on the flank eliminates us. We have a couple of turrets still out there. I think we've still got the one at the back as well, which is going to be applying those debuffs. Liquid Nitrogen also really helps against the contests because they move slower from spawn. Enemy team, are they going to be able to retake this here? Genji getting a kill over onto the Ashe, but we do lose our Doomfist. There is still a Moira on his end. Someone can contest that point a bit better than that. I feel like this might be a real big problem. Orisa's back as well, but they cap the point. We're going to surely just get eliminated here. It's such a struggle. I felt like we could have done more to try and protect this point because this stagger, I mean, it may cost us the game. We're going to, again, need some heroic work from Genji, from Doomfist as well. That Orisa's out there. Okay, we got the Orisa down. Doomfist, though, getting very, very low. Does have an ult, though. We get set on fire, but we've got armor packs. It's going to be fine. Couple of turrets out there as well. Ashe, we need to hit these shots. The Ashe hurts a lot when she hits. There we go. Finally, it only took like 9 bullets. Maybe even more than that. Anna getting the kill onto the Moira. Is anybody going to be able to touch? Molten Core. Oh, Mag Mini even. Everyone's a Tracer does manage to get a touch. We've got Molten Core now. Let's just put this down before the Orisa deflects it all. Find the corner where somebody could move to and put a turret there. Mag Mini as well, the spam. We'll be able to put that down. Over onto the choke. Orisa's very low health. She surely can't come in. Zenyatta on the point, taken down. Ashe trying her best, but you're an Ashe. Oh, Bob. But that could be a threat. A minor threat. I think Bob actually ran out the window there. Yeah, they did. It's going to be over. GG. You take the game. God, 434 cash versus 386. We got 53,000 damage, but the Genji on 60k. On a Genji with 101 cash earned. No boosts throughout the whole round. Very good performance from our team. Guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you hit the like button. Subscribed if you haven't. And, yep, we'll see you in the next one. Okay, we've got to vote for this Genji, right? We have to. GG. Epic. Winner. Most enjoyable.